A very good day to you. Today I want to speak to you about fresh vision. Now, many of us have been in lockdown for a long time. You know, my dear wife Jill and I were tested positive with the coronavirus, and it took us 67 days and 5 tests before eventually we were negative. And it takes a lot of stuffing out of you, doesn't it? That's right. And maybe you're the same. Maybe you've been boxed in a flat or small little house with your wife and your children, and it's been so tough. You haven't been able to go anywhere. You haven't even been able to exercise. But I want to speak to you about a fresh vision. I want to speak to you about a different spirit. Now, who is it in the Bible had a different spirit? That's right. His name was Caleb. There were only two men out of a whole nation that went across the Jordan River into the land of milk and honey. And why was that? It was because they had a different spirit. If we look at the Word of God in Numbers, the book of Numbers in the Old Testament, the book of Numbers chapter 14 and verse 24, the Word of God says, "My servant Caleb, because he has a different spirit in him and has followed me fully, he will enter into the land from whence he came and his descendants." Where had he come from? He had come from the land of milk and honey. What was he doing there? He was spying. Him, Joshua, that's 2 of them, and another 10. 1 man from every tribe, 12 tribes in Israel. They had been sent across by Moses to spy out the land. 10 of them came back with a negative report. Don't go there. There's giants there. The descendants of Goliath, they're there. They'll kill us. 2 men came back with a positive report. There is bunches of grapes in Eshcol that is so big that it takes 2 men to carry a bunch of grapes. Folks, I've seen it. I actually did. I saw it, a bunch of grapes, so big that 1 man couldn't carry it. It's a fact. And pomegranates, and figs, and olives, and all those beautiful things, full up. Let's go in immediately. But the 10 spies, the negative ones, they said, don't go there. And the people believed the 10. And they got so angry with the man who had a different spirit and Joshua that they tried to stone them. And it made God so angry. God was so angry, he wanted to obliterate the Israeli nation off the face of the earth. But Moses stood in the gap and said, Lord, please, you can't do that. You can't dishonor your own name. All the other nations will laugh at you. The Lord said, okay. He relented. That's why I love God so much. He's got such a heart, hasn't he? The Creator listened to the creation. Can you believe that? He said, okay, but I'll tell you one thing. Not one person over the age of 20 years old will go across into the land of Jordan. They will all die in the desert, and they did. Only the children, when they grow up, they will come across. And 2 people. Who? Joshua and Caleb. I want to say to you, you need to have a different spirit. You need to have a different outlook. You need to look and say, Lord, when this lockdown is lifted, I'm going out and I'm going to start my business again. You might be sitting there saying to me, Angus, but my business is down. It's gone. That's okay. God's got another plan for you. He's not going to desert you. Why should he do that? He says, I'll never leave you and I'll never forsake you. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 5. You need to get up, dust yourself off, as it were, and get back out there and get into the fight. Because God's got a bigger plan for you than you ever had before the coronavirus hit this planet. Have that different spirit. Till next time, goodbye.